Hey, best friend. Girl, what you doing?
Hey, the best squad, it's your girl, Ebony, the best. So, guys, I have a few minutes before I get out this house and have some time to myself. But I wanted to talk about Sunni and Moses' explosive interview on Fix 103 radio station that they did yesterday. And baby, they did not disappoint. They went into the reason why his company is called Justice Law LLC. Talked about how they met, killing that narrative that they're kissing cousin. Sunni says that there's going to be a lot of drama on the show. Everybody has drama. They didn't really go into a lot. Like, if I was there, I would probably ask a lot more questions, but that time will come, guys. But I want you guys to take a listen to Moses and Sunni interview, Mo's son. And I agree with them one time. You did not lose your man. You lost him. And if you was seeing him off and on for 15 years, even while he was in his first marriage, baby, what does that tell you? Sunni and Moses are out here doing big thing, making moves. He just literally bought a whole BM whatever he was purchasing. I'll post a pic. He didn't choose you. Again, you were not the chosen one. Okay? Anyway, guys, so move on. Okay? You're making it seem as if Sunni came into your relationship while, in less than 5 months. Like, get your stories together. She's not lying. You went on a rant of how this happened and keep calling them kissing cousin. You sound stupid because you and Martell out here playing brothers and sisters. Okay, then. And if Moses wanted you, again, like I said, if he wanted you, during the time when you was messing with him all this time, he would have left his wife and come be with you, right? He would have, but he didn't. You fumbled the bag again, okay? You fumbled the bag again. Let it go, move on, start something new. You told us how on Carlos King you was doing all these great things, but you're talking about how triggered you are being back on the show. Then why come back? Why come back? We gonna get the same thing from you. Anyway, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Talk to y'all later.
The show back in 2020.
Okay.
2022.
2022.
Yes.
And now you on the cast of the show, so now you coming to shake things up, and like it. I seen the trailer.
Yeah.
The blog's been talking. So you know what I'm saying. You was a producer, now you in front of the camera. So
yes.
how that come about?
So like this is like the first time this has ever happened, where a producer is now a cast member, a female producer, and it just happened organically. So I ended up meeting a young man.
Okay.
Who was at the time dating a young woman that was on the show. Mm-hmm. And sometime after I stopped working on the show, we connected because we were both from St. Louis.
Okay. Oh, so you from St. Louis too?
Yes, so that was the thing. Like, even though I was in Huntsville working, he was actually from St. Louis. And so we started seeing
Did y'all know each other like beforehand, or did y'all how that?
No, I didn't know him, but he said he kind of was familiar with me. And so
he already had been checking you out, and then he seen you on the show, and like, and so Moses, so you was with somebody already when she was working on the show, and like, okay,
yeah, I was with another cast member of the show, Destiny, at the time when she was producing the show, and yeah.
And I was her producer. So.
Yeah. So
had y'all met when she was producing the show?
One time we were in each other's presence.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I met Sunni through Destiny.
Ooh.
It's messy, but it's the truth.
Because I was her producer, and this was her boyfriend at the time,
right?
That I was working on the show.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
But it wasn't no kikiing going on at that time. We had just literally, it was just that was her guy, and that was it.
All right.
We saw each other one time.
Okay.
And then you stopped working on the show.
And then I stopped working on the show a year later. We started bumping it when I came back to St. Louis in 23. We started seeing each other like all the time.
Intentionally or?
No, because he was friends with my family.
Okay.
So he was at family reunions. I'm like, this dude, I can't, stop seeing him. He's everywhere.
Right.
And then he was like, yo, let me get your number and get in touch with you. We can keep in touch with, talk about business and stuff, real estate. I'm like, okay, cool. And then He was like, the next time he was like, well, what's up though? Yeah. And this is how it happened. You know, we fell in love.
And so now it's being portrayed that like this was brewing.
Yeah, see, they try to make it seem like it was doing while I was working, and it just wasn't. It was a year later. And so that's the problem for me. It's not like I was like eyeing her man. Yeah, I was like, okay, he attractive, but I kept it moving. That's somebody's man. Like, it's nothing, you know? But, you know, he was coming for me. He was pursuing me a year later, and I was just like, girl.
And so now we're in a storyline.
Yeah.
And now we're a storyline, yes. Yes, child. Yes, child.
We gonna get into the storyline. We gonna get into the storyline when we come back, because we got to get into this, y'all. It's The Fix. Keep y'all ears locked. Yo, welcome back to The Fix. We kicking it with Sunni, Minx, and Moses. Love and Marriage, Huntsville, man. That's Aaron May the 4th. So, let's just get back into it. Obviously, we left off on break. We gonna get into the storyline, but you know what I'm saying? Let's just backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
So, let's talk girl code, all right? So, Destiny accused you of breaking, like, the girl code. So, tell us, what is girl code to you and why you feel like you weren't breaking it?
I feel like, honestly, I keep girl codes with my friends.
She wasn't your friend.
No.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, it was like a work associate. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting to know her in terms of that. And I was really doing my job. I was a good producer. You know, they all liked me because I was easy to talk to. They felt like they was talking to one of their homegirls.
Right.
So I think for her, the line got blurred because it's like, my job is to make you tell me stuff. And to seem
So
like
you
I'm
could put
friendly.
together the storyline.
Yeah.
And so you was getting the information. She felt
my
like you used that
job.
information against her to get her man.
No, but see, she didn't really talk about him like that because he never even really showed up for her on camera. So he was like a mystery man to everybody, even me, to the audience. So it wasn't like he was heavily there. I seen this man one time in person in a year. And so he was just a conversation. It was of this person. Who is this person? He never showed up. And so it wasn't like, it was like, oh, she just pillow talking all her business with her man. It just wasn't like that.
Let's backtrack a little bit, because I mean, I know you've been behind the camera for a minute. You've been writing and producing. So, how long you been in the industry, and like, you know, just kind of tell us about your passion with
And how you got to the show.
Okay. I started in this industry in 2017. I was determined to make it somehow in this industry. So I started going to LA until I found a job. And then I started working for Bentley Evans, who is the creator of Martin Lawrence and Jamie Foxx show. And so that was the scripted world, which is totally different from non-scripted. It's like night and day. And so just by networking and putting my resume out there, a friend of mine looked out and he was like, yo, I can bring you on as a producer for Love and Marriage. And at the time, I had never even watched the show. And I didn't know what I was getting into, but it was a year-long project. And I loved it. You know, I loved the cast. I loved working with everybody. And, you know.
What's the difference between being behind the camera and being in front of the camera?
Oh, my God. It's so different because behind the camera, I'm their boss. They have to listen to me. I'm controlling everything. I'm setting everything up. But in the camera, it's like I'm right there with them. So it's like the respect level changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't come disrespectful off camera, but on camera they may throw some shade. I'm like, girl, hold on, you know I know you now. So it's a little different because it's like you're not ready for some of the things that come when you on camera.
Which one do you feel like you enjoy more now that you've experienced both?
Totally behind the scenes. I like being the boss. yeah, behind the scenes because you know I'm just controlling everything. It's in my control. I know what's going on. I know the plot. And when you're in camera, they don't tell you as much. You kind of you're the prey in a sense. And it's like, ooh.
So, you know, I feel like reality shows can be kind of scary for relationships because they bring things out and people are talking about it, and like something y'all might have thought about on the show, we watching a year later, y'all watch it, it's rehashing. Have you experienced that? How is that?
What do you think, babe? You think how's it for you?
It's okay for me. It's just really telling the truth. It's okay for me. It's just really telling the truth. Getting the truth out there about my wife. You know, I don't want nobody looking at her a certain way. You know, it is what it is. You know, at this point, it's just, we trying to set the record straight, you know, so it'll come out and doing the show.
When we come back, y'all, we gonna set the record straight. And it's The Fix, man. Sunni, Minx, Love and Marriage. We be right back after this. Hey, yo, welcome back to The Fix. We still kicking it with Sunni, Minx, and Moses from Love and Marriage. And, you know, the plot been thickening if y'all been following the show. So, Destiny said that basically you was like, you named the child after a name y'all came up with or something like that. What's the whole story behind that?
Oh, yeah. At the beginning of our relationship, we had came up because I don't have any kids. So she had a son named Law, and I wanted to have a son named Justice, right? So I came up with a logistics company called Justice Law Logistics LLC. So I guess since the relationship was no longer, we didn't have a child together, she felt that I named the company after, but the company was already made, but she just using that to
she feel like she reserves the rights to that name.
Well, her name ain't on no LLC.
No. So, okay, then come on, wife. It
don't matter.
So I seen a clip. You said you wasn't a side chick. Why they thought that you was a side chick? Like, what was the whole thing like?
Because she has went back on her story. First, she said she went on the podcast, and that's what made us kind of speak out, because she went on the podcast and said that she had broken up with him 5 months before we started dating. But then she turned around and said they weren't broke up. So it's like, girl, which one is it? So now she's trying to make it sound like they was never broken up. And so that it made me a side chick because they were never officially broken up. But they had a long distance relationship, like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. The girl that didn't get chose always makes the most noise. And that's what it sounds like to me, because y'all have now gotten married. But prior to that, you were just dating her. Y'all talked marriage, but it never happened, kind of thing. So
and they had an on and off relationship for years. And so it's like he had years to choose that situation, and he didn't.
I didn't take your man. You lost your man.
All right, so May 4th.
That part, honey. Somebody see my side.
Big St. Louis. So May 4th, the show airs on Open Network. I know you're gonna be, repping St. Louis, standing on business. So what you want people to know about this season?
I want people to know it is so much drama. Like, if you like this type of drama, baby, tune in, because everybody got drama on the show, not just us, but a lot of people's stuff is being aired out, and we're just gonna see. I'm bringing that St. Louis energy.
Period.
So yeah. All
right, well, speaking of St. Louis, let's see how St. Louis you is. We're going to play a little game, then we're going to get up out of here.
Okay. All right.